Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. This is a broad spectrum, all signs reading for the collective, so I do speak in broad terms. It is originally created for Thursday, December 1st, new month, new decks, guys. If you are finding it on a date that's different than that date, that's okay. It might be time, if it resonates, then the reading was meant to find you when it did, so please, by all means, utilize it. I do believe readings can be timeless. What else was I going to say? If it doesn't fit, if what I'm saying doesn't really fit your situation, that's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. Nothing's broken. You're not off your path. It just might mean that this isn't your reading or you're working on something different at this time. Take what you need and leave the rest. For those of you that are new, please check out my drop-down menu underneath any of the daily videos. In there will be information about sort of housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the decks, the readings. And I'm so obsessed with the new decks. And also how to contact me via social media to follow me or to contact me for a private reading. And then also some simple ways of supporting the channel. Some ways you can do that. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, share the video out, leave me a question or comment. I do read them all and I greatly appreciate them. So let's get into this. Oh, and I might be referring back to the Sunday underpinning energy. So if you hear me talking about cards that aren't in this reading in this video, that video is populates in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video. So that's the underpinning energy of what's going on. And let me just double check what that is because we're now at Thursday. So I want to make sure I'm pre-taping these due to the fact that I'll be traveling. Oh, we got some good ones for Sunday. Okay. So, let's see what's going on. What's our card for the day for the collective on December 1st? Excuse me. Giving these new decks a good old shuffle. Nice clear cut, guys. Alright, our card for the day is Duality. I have no idea what this card is. I thought this was a traditional tarot. We are going to have to look up duality and see what the heck is going on in here. I feel like this might be major arcana. I want to make sure though, because I have no idea. Of course, there's like some random, I love the first card out of the gate is like some random card. I have no idea what it is. I think this is the same creator, not creator, but same, it reminds me of the deck that we just used last month. And so I think that there might be special cards in here that I'm unaware of. Ah, there is. There is. Okay, so duality. I love that there's a balance between, first off, the sun and the moon and all the different colors in the swirl, right? To me, this feels like being caught up in the flow of the universe. Remember, our grounding stone this week is success, and our underpinning energy is the Queen of Pentacles, leading into Judgment, which is like sort of a higher spiritual color, which is also major arcana. This would be considered a major arcana deck, too. We have the information of the sun, we also have the mystery and the information that the moon pertains to, right? Our intuition. So we should have clear guidance plus intuitive connection is my feeling today, and a good balance of the two, which would be really nice to have on this day, starting the month of December out. That we have day, night, all of those dualities, and all of those good, bad, and an acceptance around all of that, right? All of that is, you need one to have the other in a what is it, like a, I don't know if the word is polarized universe, but you know, we have, to have good, you have to have bad to compare it to, or else good is not good, right? Does that make sense? So, it feels to me, and I like all of the different colors, there's many different shades of colors here, there's a broad array of all of the different colors of, say, our aura, or the vibrations that the colors bring. There's nothing that's too predominant or you know, overtaking the card. It feels like it's a good mix and blend and an acceptance of everything that's going on. Now, let me read you duality. And we have the Queen of Pentacles under this, right? But it's Thursday, so Queen of Pentacles is that nice grounded manifestational energy, nurturing, fertility, creativity, balance, discernment, all of that. But we're also shifting into another major arcana for the end of the week in the Sunday reading, which is Judgment, which is Scorpio energy. But that's also, bringing and answering the higher call of spirit, our own desire, our own emotions, our own, like pull within us, right? So let's read duality. The wind settles the seeds of opposition at the zenith of self-assurance, and we turn and we grow. Where lies absolute reality when one thing depends on another? The great without the small, the beautiful without the homely, active without the passive. For each, they are merely two sides of the same mountain, one bathed in light and the other cooled in shade, both of equal value. How do we judge by our own absolute standard when the truth for one may not be so for another? Our inner worlds, perceptions, experiences, each as unique as our fate. Our inner worlds, perceptions, experiences, each as unique as our fate. What is fair to one may be injustice to others, and intransigent binary, that's the word I was looking for, not polarizing, a binary universe, rarely crossed. Observe the duality and know the interrelation. Perspective defines all. Sorry, my eyes aren't working so well. So in other words, whatever sort of perspective we're holding today, there should be, I get this feeling of acceptance of the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, the, whatever's in front of us, it's there. And that Queen of Pentacles underpinning this, she is kind of grounded, discerning, and smart enough, capable enough to know how to work within the confines of the duality and kind of make both sides work for her, if that makes sense. So we should be, like, to me, feeling empowered today to accept situations, relationships, people, their behavior, whether it's good, bad, or otherwise. It's not that we're indifferent to it, but we're in acceptance of it. So there's a flow here. There's a beautiful, like, sort of, I want to say communion with everything and all that is. I know that sounds like a rather big statement, but like slipping into this information and understanding that not only do situations, people, desires, all of that stuff has duality. We have dualities within us that we hopefully are playing with, accepting, grounding, and nurturing with that Queen of Pentacles underneath this, and Judgment. Right? Judgment is Queen of Pentacles is a highly 3D card. Judgment is a highly 5D card. It's the blending of like all aspects from physical up through mental, emotional to spiritual today. And so we should use that to our advantage and find and practice acceptance today as we move through the day and see not only the duality within situations, but within ourselves. And that opens us up to the possibility of new answers. And those new answers, I feel like will like come to us, be put to good use, because the Queen of Pentacles is a shrewd lady. You know, she's very smart at what she does and very practical, but she's also able to take the information she has and make it work for her, and make it work in a rather big way with Judgment kind of sort of coming in and affecting this. There's a higher calling, a higher purpose, a higher desire that we may want, that I think that as we become in acceptance of, say, our light and our shadow side, or our confidence and our fear, whatever it is we're looking at today, accepting it allows us to work within it and move within it. And the Queen of Pentacles would indicate the ability to do so, okay? So let's see what the Oracle card is. And this is a brand new Oracle deck for us too, and hopefully this won't be too hard. Flow, okay. Speaking of accepting everything, right? Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. I love that it's on purple, which to me is very spiritual. I associate purple with the crown chakra, our knowing, right? So in this flow, or in our knowing, we're going to be, gliding along in the dualities of whatever situations present to us, right? And an acceptance of that and flowing with it. One thing I like is that they put a dolphin here. To me, dolphins are highly intelligent animals, right? And they're also highly like social, And they're friendly. There's joy to dolphins. You know, they're probably the most friendly animal in the sea, as far as I'm concerned. So there should be an openness to not only the flow and the duality of whatever we're facing, whatever situations we're looking at. We can look at things from both sides, both perspectives, I think, and move with it. And it opens the door. Sorry if it's kind of a little bit out of focus. It opens the door for us to move forward this week with success in mind, and be able to create whatever it is we want. I have to say, these two cards together feel rather, I don't know if ethereal is the right word, but they feel sort of, ambiguous isn't the right word either, but they feel like on a higher spiritual, almost other realm, right? Like these might be, with the Queen of Pentacles underpinning this, we're taking this sort of bigger perspective, right? This flow and duality, and grounding it into practical wisdom to manifest what it is that we want. And I think that it works for us, like going into our higher mind and then bringing that down into the 3D reality of our world through the Queen of Pentacles. So I really like this as, and especially with Judgment coming, because Judgment is such a spiritual card. I think that this is a good time to open our minds to other possibilities or to other sides of situations, arguments, debates, relationships, and see it from both perspectives. And in doing so, that opens us up to the flow of things, and we can move within it easily and productively with that Queen of Pentacles underneath. Now let's see what the clarifiers have to say. These decks are going to be interesting this month, I think, to end out the year. We have first the Three of Wands. All right, what do we want? What do we desire? How are we going to plan for it, right? He's looking off into the future. Threes are the mind-body-spirit connection in my mind, right? Where each one gets equal attention. Each one is being utilized in function together. The Three of Wands is about like standing in expectation of what we want from the universe and bringing it towards ourselves. This is sort of the manifestation, or the spiritual manifestation of the success. It's like believing that we can have it, accepting all aspects of a situation, flowing within that situation, and then still desiring kind of this best outcome from all aspects of ourselves, both mind, body, and spirit. So I feel like there's a lot of potential for today in what we're creating. We have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords oftentimes indicates a fight or a struggle. Fives are transitory, so it's not major to me, but some of you might be dealing with a situation that's unpleasant. We can fight and win, but sometimes when we fight with the Five of Swords, we may get our point across, but it's not really, we can alienate others or ourselves from trying to, I always call the Five of Swords, it's lonely at the top card, because the guy that's standing there with all the swords, everybody's walking away like they don't care, right? He's gotten his point across, and this might be us or someone else, a situation, but it's like, we don't have to stay stuck in that, especially with duality and flow and the Three of Wands. We can look to a higher, better, bigger horizon, is my feeling, and not get caught up in this Five of Swords. Is this fight our fight? Is it important enough to us to prove our point if we have a point? I don't think it is. This might be someone else or a situation outside of ourselves, because the Queen of Pentacles underpins us. We're solid and grounded in who we are and what we know and what we need and what we want to create. So this is something that we might find going on around us, and these cards are telling us to just flow with it, let it be. It's only transitional. If we're having conflicting thoughts, maybe fights, a little bit of fighting in our head as to what the right thing is to do, relax into this flow, relax into the possibility of the Three of Wands, relax into the acceptance of the duality of any situation, person, or thing, and then allow that relaxation and that acceptance to move the situation in a way that it needs to obtain that success. The last card is the Page of Wands. Now, pages oftentimes are about learning, youthfulness, exuberance, sometimes new messages coming to us, right? But I love that Wands is about taking action and spiritual desire. And it can indicate, traveling towards a goal, right? There's hope with the pages. The pages aren't necessarily, pessimistic because of life experiences due to their youth, right? They're open-minded, and the Page of Wands is about, you know, the potential of a new desire or a new hope, a new action being taken towards what it is that we want. With that Three of Wands there also, it feels to me like I almost want to say the possibilities are endless if we don't get too caught up in the Five of Swords energy. And the Five of Swords energy does not feel like us. It might feel like a situation that's around us, but we have the ability to stay strong, grounded through the Queen and flow within the situation and be friendly, be joyous like the dolphin, accept all aspects of the situation through duality and the aspects and you know, conflicts within ourselves to, I don't want to say dream, but to manifest, because the Three of Wands is about manifestation and the Queen of Pentacles is very much about manifestation. Something we desire at a deeper spiritual level and make it, head towards it or start to create it at a very practical 3D real level. Does that make sense, guys? I hope that makes sense. Now let's do the grounding stone for today. And remember, the grounding stone for yesterday, or for the week, is success. So stay focused on success. Here is the grounding stone. It's chipped. These poor grounding stones. It is on obsidian, but it's snowflake obsidian, which is a blend of black and white. And the only reason why I know that is because there's that little piece of snowflake there. And to me, this is about the acceptance of duality, right? The light, the dark, the good, the bad. But what the obsidian aspect of it is, it wards off the negativity of this Five of Swords, right? And grounding in our own energy, where we're at, what we want, what we desire, staying clear on that, and being in acceptance of all of it is going to be key today. And maintaining our own sort of energetic space and a clarity around that, and the strength of that, the possibility of that is going to really be what sort of saves us. If that not saves us, there's nothing wrong here, there's nothing bad here, but that's going to be the thing that sort of drives us forward towards this success. Maintaining our energy, keeping that positive, open mind, even if things feel a little conflicty from outside sources. Don't get caught up. Don't let it bring you down. Keep your energy high, protected, focused, and move forward in acceptance and ease. Does that make sense? Because it is out there and the success is there for you also. I hope that makes sense. I believe that it does. It seems like a very, a day like with tons of possibility for creation. So get with this, guys. If you enjoyed the reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. It's so important. It really helps out the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate each and every one of you and all of your comments. I'm sorry it's kind of out of focus. I don't know. It must be the light in here. But tune in tomorrow. We'll see where this energy goes and we'll get to know these decks some more. And I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.